So today, my July reading is completely out of my hands. I have this big old jar back here that contains all of my different reading prompts. And whatever I pull out of here, I have to find a book on my shelf that matches for me to read for the month of July. So we're gonna see if this gives me my best TBR yet, or if it completely ruins my month. I'm gonna look away. This one feels funky. Oh, it's pink! Okay, let's see what it says. A book with no people on the cover. Okay, we'll be right back. Got a pink one, I got a pink one, I got a pink one, I got a pink. Okay, so like I'm aware that these two are very, very different genres, but it's okay because they don't have people on the front cover. First one is King of Gluttony by Anna Huang. This book I think was supposed to have come out maybe in June or April. It's been a couple of months ago, but I just got the physical copy and it just came out on Kindle Unlimited. I was thinking I'm really excited to read this one, so this one might be a top contender, but also I've had my eye out on the Silver Elite for a while, and the second book in this series I think has come out. I think it's Broken Dove, and that makes me want to pick up this one. I don't know because these are both unfinished series, but I think because this one has like 500 pages in it and this one has like a little bit less, then I'm gonna go with this one. And also I've been looking forward to reading this one for a really long time because obviously you can see my collection up here at the top. I really love Anna Huang as an author, so I think I'm gonna pick this one for my book with no people on the front cover. Drum roll for book number 2. Let me not look. Let me look away. Let me look out the window. It's a beautiful day. Okay. Ooh, blue. Get it? Because it's like red, white, and blue. Oh my god, there's 2. Since I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 books this month, 2 for 1. Special. Okay. A book that fits the current season. I'm gonna have to look on Kindle for this one because I don't think I have a single thing that fits the current season. The next one is a book with less than 300 pages. So again, I'm gonna have to look on Kindle. Give me a second. Okay, it's a little bit later because it took me a minute to find books for these. So for our prompt, a book with less than 300 pages, I picked Rosie and the Dreamboat by Sally Thorne. So Sally Thorne is the author that wrote The Hating Game, which is this little movie on Netflix, and I watched that movie on Netflix. I thought it was really cute and really good, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna like this. It's part of like a novella series that came out with a bunch of different authors, and I think I've already read a couple of novellas in this series, but I haven't read this one, and I didn't know much about the author until I was doing some research. So I think that that one's gonna be really good, and it's definitely less than 300 pages. I think it might even be less than 100 pages. That moves us on to our next prompt, which is a book that fits the current season. So right now for me it is like summertime, spring, and I'm super excited about this next pick. It is Picking Daisies on Sundays. This is a YA romance, and it says perfect for fans of Lynn Painter and Jenny Han. This romantic comedy follows a hopeless romantic finishing college who agrees to embark on a fake relationship with her childhood best friend, who, unfortunately for her, also happens to be her first love. And if that doesn't sound so freaking cute. It's rated a 4.0 on Goodreads, which is actually a really freaking phenomenal rating. And I'm pretty sure I've heard a couple of other people talk about this series too, so it's definitely getting a lot of fame for how good this is. And it's also YA, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you out there that could read this one. So I'm super excited to dive into this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit download onto my Kindle, so that way it makes this process easy and I don't have to go back and rethink what I need to do. But we're gonna move on to the next prompt. Drum roll please. Prompt number 4. Okay. Green. Ooh. A book that has over 400 pages. I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and just choose Reckless by Elsie Silber. I actually started this book a couple of days ago. It was right before I knew that I was doing a TBR for July, so I'm just gonna go ahead and include this one. I think it has like 430 pages in this book. So I'm just gonna cheat a little bit and add this to the TBR. So that way I know I have something on there that I'm definitely going to enjoy reading. If you guys don't know, like, I'm a huge Elsie Silver fan. So I have this book in our series, but I haven't read these books since sometime last year. I just hadn't brought myself to buy the last two. I don't know why. I was putting it off, and someone actually gifted these to me for my birthday last month. So I'm super excited to pick this up and actually like read these characters. A couple of things that like stick out so far in this book. I thought she was just mean. I thought Winter was gonna be like this mean character that I couldn't stand reading her point of view, but she's actually hilarious, and I think I kind of relate to her. I think I like Winter a lot, but also Theo is freaking hilarious, and these two are just like a couple of spitfires, and they just go like 90 miles an hour at each other, and it's hilarious. I'm enjoying it so far, and I think I'm only like 30 pages in, so I know this one's gonna be really good. I did rate Heartless by Elsie Silver a 5-star, and it was one of my only 5 stars for 2025. I'm thinking that this series definitely has potential for another 5-star, and people say they really enjoy this one, but they love Hopeless even more. Maybe if we get through Reckless this month, we could even pick up Hopeless as like our second chance and get to reading this series. Okay, so this is book number 5 already. This is crazy. Looking out the window because my ADHD makes me want to look at the jar, and I can't look at the jar because it's cheating. Another pink one? Duh, are we ever gonna get purple? A book in a genre you don't usually read. I think everybody's gonna be really excited for this one, but I'm going to be picking up Red Rising. This book has been on my radar for so freaking long. I am so excited to pick this up. This is described as like the sci-fi Hunger Games, so it's set in like a different world every time you pick up one of these books, and I literally cannot wait. Everyone says that this series is like a 5 or 6-star read, and honestly, like, I'm so excited. Like, I wish you could feel my excitement through the screen. I got this last month again for my birthday, and I literally have been eyeballing it on my shelf every single time I come home from work. I'm so excited. You don't understand. I'm so freaking excited. I have a feeling I'm like either absolutely gonna love this or I'm absolutely gonna hate it. I have a feeling this might be our first 5-star read of literally this entire year. Okay, I think it's time to pick one more book. Drum roll please for the last book. Oh my god, why do I keep looking at it? Purple. I finally got purple. I literally can't decide. I literally can't decide on which book. I'm trying. This one's like dystopian, and it's like really popular, but it has like 560 pages in it. And like that's a lot of pages for a month where I'm trying to read like 6 books. Or I can read Authentically Izzy, which is a new author to me. Obviously this one's a new author to me too, where it's like a Christian romance book, and it's very lighthearted and fun, and these books literally have like 4-star rating on Goodreads. Like they're insanely high rated and insanely popular, and I've never read her books before. And I also have the second book in the series. Like I picked up these books because I was like, I'm gonna read them. They've been sitting on my shelf for like half a year, so I feel like I should read this one and not this one, because this one's been sitting on the shelf for longer and this one just got here last month. But I don't know. Okay, we're gonna read the back of these books and we're gonna figure it out. In the first book of a sizzling dystopian romance series, psychic gifts are a death sentence, and there are rules to survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. Sounds so good, but like it's so many pages. But it's so many pages though. I don't know. Okay, let's read the next one. Dear reader, my name is Isabel Louisa Edgewood, Izzy for short. I live by blue-tinted mountains where I find contentment and fresh air and books. Same girl. Oh, and coffee and tea, of course. And occasionally in being accosted by the love of my family. You'll understand my verb choice in the phrase later. I dream of opening my own bookstore, but my life, particularly my romantic history, has not been the stuff of fairy tales. Which is probably why my pregnant, misled matchmaking cousin, who really is more like my sister, signed me up for an online dating community. The trouble is, it worked. I've met my book-quoting Mr. Right, and our correspondence has been almost too good to be true, but Brody lives across an ocean. And just the other day, a perfectly nice author and professor named Eli came into the library where I work and asked me out for a coffee. Oh my gosh. I feel a rom-com movie with a foreboding disaster nipping at my heels, but I've played it safe for a long time. Maybe it's time for me to be brave as my favorite literary heroines. Maybe it's time to take the adventures from the page to real life. Wish me luck, authentically Izzy. Oh my gosh. They both sound really good, but the one that like intrigues me the most is probably this one. Because as much as I love reading a good like dystopian, I already have a dystopian. This is our lineup for July. I'm feeling really confident about this. So we have 4 physical copy books and 2 on my Kindle, and that would be Picking Daisies on Sundays, which is a YA romance, and Rosie and the Dreamboat by Sally Thorne. I feel like we should add one more book, but I might be getting ahead of myself. You guys, this is a bonus round. We're gonna do a bonus round because I'm getting a little overconfident and I think I could read another one. Here we go. I did read 11 books last month. The green one. A book with a great first sentence. Of course, she's gonna be back up in the running, but I got this one too. So let's read the first sentences. Okay, first sentence is, it's been storming for 3 days straight when he finally returns from a meeting with the leader of the Big Bend Puddle. 2 of his seconds are already inside his home waiting for him with wary expressions. I grew up in pure, unceasing, suffocating darkness. Unfortunately, I think this one's obvious. I think it's more than time to pick this bad boy up. That is our last book. So we have a book in a genre you don't usually read, a new to me author, a book with a great first sentence, a book that has over 400 pages, and a book that has no people on the front cover. We have Sally Thorne's Rosie and the Dreamboat for a book with less than 300 pages, and our last book, Picking Daisies on Sundays, for a book that fits the current season. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys are reading this month. And if you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe so you can come back the next time I post a new bookish video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.